Hey Virgo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Virgo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So let's hop in and just get into some of your oracle cards to figure out what this person's energy is like the next time you see each other. And then we'll look at your energy too the next time we see each other. And then, we'll look into some tarot and get more details about how this is going to go. So let's look at how your person is showing up. Your person is coming through as the Whale and the Lamb. Okay. So I think the next time you see this person, they're going to be showing you a really tender side of themselves. I think this might be a more tender and emotional side than you've seen so far. If this is someone that you know to be this way, like someone who is open and will communicate their feelings, then this meeting is definitely going to be more of the same. But I do get the feeling for some of you that this might be something a little bit different for them. Maybe a lot of the emotion that you've been waiting to kind of hear from this person, waiting for this emotion to be expressed, it looks like they are coming to you just so gentle and so tender with this Lamb energy here, ready to communicate. And the thing about this is, it feels like there's just so much willingness on their part. So I don't know what that really means. Like if that is something that you have wanted from this person, you just wanted them to be willing to open up. It seems like they're going to open up and express themselves in a way that feels really true and authentic to you. So the fact that that's coming through, it makes me wonder if maybe sometimes when this person communicates, it feels to you like they're not telling you the whole truth, like they're leaving something out, like they're not really communicating from the heart, or there's something that they don't want you to know. It feels like the next time you see them, this is going to be different. And like they're going to say some of the things that they've been holding back. With this Whale energy, I can feel that this person, really what they want to discuss with you is the big things. Like they want to talk about some of the big things and they want to dive deep. I think that for some of you, this might be really surprising. Just depending on how this person typically acts. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling it's surprising. So I think maybe this person tends to hold back a little bit, or to avoid the big topics, to avoid the things that make them feel uncomfortable. But it feels like they're coming to this really humble, really honest. It's like their heart is on their sleeve, and you just might be shocked at how honest and how humble they are the next time you see them. It feels like this person may have had time to think about something involving this connection, time to contemplate. And the next time they see you, there's some stuff they want to get off of their chest. This really does feel very, very emotional and very, I guess humble is the best word. So this might even be around topics that this person has previously denied, is the word that's coming to mind. There might be things they want to talk about involving things that they previously denied or completely ignored, and now they've had more time to think about it. This could also be that this person wants to admit big feelings for you. So this might not be something that the two of you have even touched on or discussed, but I feel like when they go to discuss this with you, they're going to be very serious about it. And they're going to want to sit down and have a real heart-to-heart conversation. They're going to want to look you in your eyes and tell you something that is, I feel like it's something deep. So take that as it resonates, because it might be something like, you know what this person would say. It could be something that the two of you have already discussed, and you just didn't feel like this person was being completely honest about how they feel. But it does feel like they want to come forward in this very gentle way and really spill something, like really get something off their chest. Let's look at your energy. So you're coming through as the Turtle and the Butterfly. Okay. It looks like the next time you see them, you're really ready for something to change. It seems like you're receptive, like you'll be receptive and you'll be ready to listen to what they have to say. This butterfly could also mean that you have changed in some way since the last time they saw you. It feels almost like they're going to be seeing this new transformed version of you. So you may have changed your appearance in some way since the last time you saw this person. You might have a new haircut or color, or your body has changed in some way. This can also be like not physical changes, but maybe just your confidence has increased or something. It's like you're showing up in this different way. You know what's really jumping out to me? It feels like the next time you see this person, like you have the upper hand. And I don't mean that in like, this isn't a fight. Like it's not a conflict necessarily. And I don't even think that you, it's not that you want to win. It just feels like this person has humbled themselves a lot. And like, they're coming to you, they are coming to you changed. But it feels like you're showing up as like this blossomed version of yourself. And in some ways, it just feels like you have all the power in this exchange. For some of you, this person might be kind of begging. I don't know. I'm picking up on this energy that they might be really apologetic about something, or they might be begging for your forgiveness in some way, or begging for you to give them another chance about something. And it really does feel like you have the upper hand, and like you have the control. And that might be something that's a bit of a new dynamic in this relationship. It feels like this person may have been in a place where they took a lot of, I don't want to say the control. It's almost like they've been steering the way that this connection goes, whether they've been consciously doing it or not. But it's like they've given what they're willing to give, and it kind of determined how the connection was going a lot of the time. And I do feel this this apologetic energy coming from this person. Take that as it resonates. I don't know what this person did, or if it was just that it could just be that they disappeared for a long time with no explanation. But it does feel like their energy is going towards you. Their energy is reaching out towards you and wanting to connect with you, which I feel like could be a little bit of the tables turning, because it seems almost like the energy was flowing the other way for a while. So yeah, you could have changed in some way. You could have changed in the amount, in how connected you feel to this person, or how much you're willing to give to this person. And they have sensed this change, or they've been made aware of this change. It feels like you're showing up in a different way, from a place of real power. And this person seems to be showing up from a place of surrender almost. Yeah. It feels like you're coming to this from a really, really balanced place. With this turtle energy, I always am kind of drawn back to this idea that turtles live both on the land and in the water. And then you have air energy with this butterfly and this idea of transformation. So it just feels like you're really grounded and still tapped into your emotions, and able to communicate about it. So I just feel like there's a lot of growth that has happened on your part. And in one way or another, you are going to, you're going to seem changed. You're going to seem like you've gone through some sort of evolution. And I think this person is really impressed by you. And that kind of like, I think that kind of lends to this idea that they're showing up, kind of humbling themselves in this scenario. I think that there's a feeling that you're going to be happy about how they're seeing you, is the feeling I'm having. Like, you're feeling really good in your skin. I think you're feeling really confident. You're going to this in a very confident energy. And I think you're happy about the way that you're coming across. Looking good, feeling good, being open, being balanced, communicating well. I think you're really pleased with how you show up. So that's an important thing to note, because no matter how this takes place, I think you're going to be really pleased with how you present yourself. So that is good to hear. Let's look at the energy between the two of you the next time you see each other. So we have lightning. This card says control your anger or you will be sorry. We have cup. You should accept valid criticism. And we have owl. Good advice from a wise person. This is... there's a lot here. There's actually a lot here. And it could be because it's a general reading. There's a lot of different messages coming through. I will say that a lot of you, like, I'm getting the feeling with this cup that you might be meeting over coffee or for drinks or something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. Kind of the setting of where this might take place. You might be grabbing a drink or something. I'm seeing you kind of like at a little cafe. What I do want to say about this lightning card is I don't think that there is a whole lot of anger here, or that there's the danger that you won't be able to control your anger. I think that from this card, I'm reading more of like a spark, a bolt. So I think that there's kind of like an electrifying energy to the two of you coming together. There's passion here. And there's attraction when the two of you see each other. So if you hug or something like that, when you see this person, the two of you might hug. And I feel like there's almost like this buzzing between the two of you. There's this energy between the two of you. It feels like there's something that's held back. Like there's a lot that you have to discuss, or there's a lot you have to figure out, or maybe you're in a setting where you don't feel like you can connect the way that you want to. So it's like there's just this alive energy between the two of you that doesn't really have anywhere to go, but it feels like a spark. If there is tension between the two of you when this meeting does happen, I think both of you are going to be able to control yourselves. I was kind of getting that energy anyway. Like, I don't see anybody getting angry or blowing up about something that may have happened in the past. Both of these energies here are very calm and mature. And I think that maybe for this person, this is like a newfound maturity. They may not have approached the situation as maturely in the past, but they're definitely going to be in a new place when you see them. And you're in a new place too. You're in a very balanced place. So I don't think that there is any anger or anything between the two of you. I will say with that card saying, control your anger or you will be sorry, I think that that's true. And I think that's exactly why both of you are coming very balanced, because I think you recognize that you don't want to create a new problem in the situation. I think that you want things to run smoothly. So if there is kind of a past here, if there's things that need to be discussed or problems that need to be solved, I think both of you are interested in doing that and not interested in creating new conflicts. I think neither of you want your temper to get in the way of resolving things. So this lets me know that the communication here is going to be really good. I think both of you are open to sharing your ideas and your point of view, and you're both open to being great listeners too. With this cup and this owl, like I'm seeing you're exchanging good ideas here. You're talking about things that matter, and you're listening to each other, and you're really hearing each other out. So if there are problems in this connection, this is great energy for those problems to get resolved. If there are problems in this connection, I think that this is just a sign of great communication. So the two of you are able to catch up. You're able to have a good chat. Like it feels like you're able to kind of share what's on your mind with each other really easily. So this might just be a matter of really kind of bridging that gap, like whatever's gone on since the last time you two saw each other, really catching up and having great communication about it. But it feels like both of you are arriving to this in a really good place, whether this is a connection that has some things that need to be worked through, which I am picking up on that for some of you, or if this is something that is kind of easy breezy in a way, but I think there's some heavy emotions here, and that's the only thing that makes it like not be quite as easy. There's a lot of emotion, but it feels like the two of you are going to have fun. Like the communication will be easy. The conversation will come easily. So let's look at your tarot cards and kind of see what else is going on the next time you see this person. So we have the Chariot. And we have the Hanged One. Oh, okay. This is funny. This is like, in a lot of ways, very opposite energy. The Chariot being energy of forward momentum, and the Hanged One being energy of really being in a standstill. The way that I read this in this situation is this feels like progress. It feels like you walk away from this with a feeling that progress was made, like you moved forward in some way. It feels like the connection was furthered in some way. I think that what's happening here is that after you see this person, there's so much for you to think about. And that's kind of when you go into this Hanged One kind of energy. And I think this happens on both sides. I can also read this in terms of your approach to seeing this person. Like, I think that your person really has an interest in making some sort of progress, and that could be because they feel at this point that it's their responsibility to be the one that furthers the connection, that pushes it forward, and that you're in this place of being receptive. Like, you're waiting to see kind of what moves they want to make, which is a similar energy that came through for group one. Just being very receptive. I think you're very confident about how you're coming through, and that might be what lets you be in this energy of like just seeing if there will be progress made. But yeah, we can read it that way, and I think that is relevant to how you approach this. But also, I think that you do make progress in this. It feels like the two of you come closer, like something happens that will further this connection. And I think that when you walk away from this, you have so much on your mind. I mean, I think you have this person on your mind, and I think they have you on their mind. I think that there's a lot for you to think about. I think that there might be like plans that need to be made in this connection. There might be some kind of planning that needs to take place in order for this to really come together. And if you are able to discuss those things, that could be where that Chariot energy is coming from. If you're able to discuss those things, I think you walk away from this with like a lot to figure out, a lot to sort through, maybe even wanting to take some time to think about it. This could involve making big changes in order to be together, to see each other more often, to deepen this connection, because it does feel like it leaves you in a place of contemplation. I'm drawn back to this owl. So I think that like there's a lot of wisdom here. I think you're using wisdom and good sound judgment to make whatever decisions you need to make about this connection. after you leave. I feel like you were already doing that. You showed up as somebody who was using good sound judgment, but also I think maybe there's some things to think about, and it just takes a little while to process. With the idea that this person may have presented some big ideas to you, some deep emotions that might not have been easy for them, because that feeling of them having to humble themselves in order to do that. They may have hit you with some whammies. That's how I want to put it. They may have really laid it all out there and kind of put you in a position where you have to take a minute to absorb everything that they have said to you, or everything that happened when you saw them. Let's look at your last two cards, and these are going to tell us what the outcome of this is. So the next time you see them, what is going to be the outcome? How are you going to move forward? Okay, we have communication. So yeah, back to that idea of them sharing something with you and really wanting to discuss something, wanting to get something cleared up and out in the open. And we also have open up. Okay. I feel like the transformation that takes place the next time you see this person is mainly on this person's side of things. It looks like you've already done a lot of transforming, or you were already really clear about what was going on in this situation, and the confusion was coming from their end. I think they weren't really, they weren't talking to you about how they were feeling. So the confusion was coming from their end, and it may have left you feeling a little confused at times, but you've always known what you wanted. And then it feels like the next time you see this person, like the progress that's made is really in this area. It feels like they open up to you in some way. Like I was saying, there is this gentle, humble energy coming. So I think this is them really, I want to say getting real. It feels like they're getting real about some things, and they're communicating about some things that they needed to say a long time ago. So the communication is open up. I like that this came out in the how are you going to move forward section of the reading, because that means that the communication stays open. So whatever progress you make the next time you see this person, it's not going to disappear the minute you walk away from this meeting or from seeing them, however it is that you see them. The communication's not going to dry up again. I think the communication stays open. And this open up card, this is all about them. This is about them kind of getting in touch with their emotions and having the courage to share them with you. And then it just feels like there is more of an open and connected feeling present in the relationship going forward, even after the two of you see each other this time. So this might mean for some of you that you are going to see this person more often after this time. If that's a possibility for you, I could definitely see that, because I think that a lot of what may have kept this relationship restricted or kept the two of you from seeing each other very much is that a lot of these feelings were not out on the table. They were not out in the open. And once they are out in the open, it's a lot easier for the two of you to connect. But yeah, I think this person, I think they're realizing a lot of things that you've said to them in the past. Like they're putting all of the pieces together, and that's a huge part of what they want to talk to you about. They're realizing that maybe some of the complaints or the criticisms that you've had about them, that you were right. And they're going to admit that to you. Like they're going to admit that they could have done a better job of communicating, or that they did disappear for no reason. Whatever it is that might have happened in this, they're going to be admitting that you were kind of right about some of that stuff. So yeah, it feels like after that, a lot of progress can be made. So I think that's all the messages I see for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you did like this reading, if any part of this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. And I will hopefully see you again really soon in another reading. Bye!